Hello, I'm back again. Yes, I'm back. I'm back. I'm gonna do one more. Actually, I might do two more videos before I go. So not now, but I'm gonna be doing two more videos. Hopefully, you'll be able to hear me. Hello, hello. Yeah, I'm back. I'm gonna do two more videos, and which whether I'm thinking whether I stand here or stand downstairs. Um, okay, let me stand further down. Sorry. Okay, I'm just going to stand here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, now the first video I'm going to have to do is on Nicholas Fuentes. Yes, I'm sure you might have heard of this guy. He's not that famous, but yeah, he's got he's got a few thousand YouTube subscribers, but he's not that famous. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a video on Nicholas Fuentes. Okay, and yeah, this guy. Uh, actually, the interesting thing about him, he's actually very intelligent. He's a very intelligent man. He is. He's a very intelligent guy. Don't get me wrong. He's very intelligent, and a lot of what he says is true. Okay, a lot of what he says is true. The problem with Nicholas Fuentes is he doesn't understand that America is finished. This is what he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand that America is finished. He doesn't understand it. That's the problem he has. He's right about so many things. He's right that America is going down the toilet. It's not good that yeah, basically it's not good that it's not good that the white majority is going to be decreasing. The white people are going to become a minority in America in the next 25 years or however long it is. That's going to be very bad, and he's absolutely right about that. He talks about a lot of interesting things about the demographic change and how. I'm thinking about whether I stand here. I could just stand here. Yeah. About the. Yeah, I think here will be okay. I'm thinking that I need to stand a bit further forward, but yeah. Oh God, there we go. Yeah, he's right about demographic change. And yeah, so I'm going to have to go back down there. I'm sorry about that. sorry. Look, he's right about so many things. Okay, he's right about so many things, but the problem is he doesn't have any solutions. And he's right about so many things. Yes, the white majority is going to decrease in the next 25 years. White people are going to become a minority in America. He's absolutely right, and that will affect America. Nicholas Fuentes is absolutely right about that. But there's nothing he can do. Like recently, he went to Iowa University. He was supposed to do a talk. The talk didn't happen, so he ended up outside in the snow. You know, he was supposed to have a talk in Iowa University, and obviously the talk didn't happen. So he's basically outside in the snow, and there was a group of black people right in the front. There was a group of black girls in the front, basically just heckling him. Obviously, the black people didn't understand what he was saying, but what he was trying to explain to them is that when white people become a minority in America, that's going to change America. Okay, and sorry, okay, he's right about that. That is going to change America when white people become a minority. That's absolutely true. And he tried to explain to them that I know he was living in Chicago. He lives in the suburbs of Chicago, and he said, "Look, outside of the shop, outside the suburbs of Chicago, if you go into South Chicago, well, basically you go to so many cities in America. All these cities are being destroyed because of black crime. Because they're committing so much crime, whether it's shooting each other, whatever it might be, drug dealing, gang banging, whatever it might be." And he's right about that. He said, but the solution that Charlie Kirk comes up with is that it's because of Democrat policies. But Nicholas Fuentes is right. It's not about democratic policies. It's the fact is the majority of the people living in these cities are black. That's why there's so much crime. And he gave the example of a city in Vermont where the majority of the people living there are white, and the crime is much lower. And he's absolutely right. And this is what people like Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens, who's trying to who's trying to make black people vote Republican. These people don't understand that it doesn't matter what you do, whether black people vote Republican, whether they vote Democrat, it's not going to make any difference because fundamentally, they are the way they commit a lot more crime. than, for example, a white person would. And that is true. There's no denying that. And Nicholas Fuentes is absolutely right about that. They can't change. It's not about democratic policies. It's the fact that all these cities where black people live, where they're the majority, they commit lots of crime. It's sad, but it's true. It's true. But Fuentes needs to understand that there's nothing he can do. America is finished. He has to accept that white people are going to become a minority, and he just has to accept it. It's not going to be the end of the world. But yes, America has changed. America has gone down the toilet. It's not like how it used to be in the 60s. When the white majority was much bigger. America's completely gone down the toilet, and he has to accept it. There's nothing he can do. There's no point in going to Iowa State University. There's no point in this shit, because you're not going to get through to black people. You're not going to get through to most people in America, because most people in America they're not clever enough to realize what's going on. They don't understand that America's finished. That's only going to get worse. There's going to be more crime, and America's going to turn into a third world nation, and that is where America's headed. It's going to turn into Mexico or Haiti or Africa, whatever it might be, but America's finished, and there's nothing Nicholas Fuentes can do about it. He has to accept it. There's nothing he can do. There is nothing he can do. He just has to accept it. It's all over. And as my other videos, as I've explained, the West is finished, and people have to accept it. That is the problem with people on the alt-right and the far-right. They can't accept the West is finished. They're giving people false hope. Obviously, in the case of Richard Spencer, he's talking about, an ethno state. In the case of Nicholas Fuentes, all he's doing is just, talking. Basically, just talking on YouTube, maybe, trying to make some money. That's it, basically. It's not going to make any difference. America is gone. And I think America could even be in a worse situation than parts of Western European countries, because obviously in Western European countries you've got bigger white majorities, while America is much lower. But my advice to Nicholas Fuentes is you're trying your best, you're a lovely guy, and yeah, maybe people might say he might be secretly a racist, but I don't know if he is secretly a racist. He could be. But I don't think he's a hardcore racist. I don't think he is. I think he just had enough, he's seen how multiculturalism hasn't worked, and he's right, it hasn't worked in America. These people don't want to integrate. And yes, they're going to continue to vote for the Democratic Party, whether it's black people, whether it's Latinos, whether it's Asians. They're not going to stop voting for these parties. They're not going to suddenly vote Republican. Doesn't matter what Candace Owens tries to do. America's finished. And Nicholas J. Fuentes has to accept it. Thank you. Bye-bye.